next thing I want to talk about before y'all leave today are intervals. 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 If you don't know the notes on the guitar, this conversation is pointless. But what's an interval? It's the space between notes. How are you going to say it?
Exactly like you would.
You're going to say space between notes?
Yeah, not everything has to be complicated.
It's a pretty simple thing. Really, most things are simple in music. We just overcomplicate it. We think they're so complicated, it makes it hard to understand because we make it. Anyways. All right, Adrian, give me an example of an interval.
Like E to F sharp.
Okay, that's an interval. E to F sharp. Do you know what interval that is? No? Tommy, give me an example of an interval.
G to C.
G to C. Do you know what interval that is? No? It's okay.
Fourth.
That's a perfect fourth, yeah. That's it. Brandon, give me an example of an interval.
E to C.
E to C. Do we know what kind of interval that is? No. Do you know?
Yeah, that's a minor 6.
What?
Minor 6.
Yeah. Could be a sharp fifth. Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. I think all of y'all have heard this word before, but we're going to understand it today. Give me an example of an interval.
E to G.
E to G. Do you know what interval that is? Does anybody know what interval that is?
3.
Yes.
What is it?
What kind of a 3?
Here you go.
It's a minor 3rd.
I got one more thing I forgot to print out, but I'm going to give y'all. Alright, you see this chart right here? This chart lists all the intervals on the guitar in the key of C. So we're going to start with the key of C. So an interval is the distance between two notes. So you're going to hear terms like perfect fourth, minor sixth, major 7th, perfect 5th. Tritone is an interval, minor 2nd. We're going to use words like dissonant and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. So that's dissonant. We'll talk about that. Alright. This, I'm going to encourage you to read this on your own time. I'm going to explain it, but this is a written way of explaining it. Intervals is the distance between any two notes, just like we said, or the space between two notes. You have minor intervals, major intervals. The intervals are just describing how far apart they are. It's a measurement. It's a musical measurement. It's like a musical ruler. So let's start with the C. Find a C on your E string. And we're going to play a C, and we're going to play a C sharp. And just hit that. Okay, that's the first interval that we're going to learn today. That's called a minor 2nd. It's a C to a D flat or a C sharp. Now, on this sheet right here, go check out this sheet. This is one that has the intervals. And you can put this next to this sheet, compare them together. That might be helpful. Okay, what fret is C on?
8th fret.
8th fret. Okay, what do I have on the intervals diagram? What does it say on there, Andrew? I bet your teachers at school do that to you all the time.
They do.
Okay, what does it say on C?
Let's see.
Look at the C on the intervals diagram. You see it? You see it, Brandon?
R.
Okay, y'all see the R?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to use that as our starting point. So that's like 0.0.
I was late.
No, I know. So that R. So if you go from the C to the C sharp, what does the C sharp say? Or the D flat?
It's a 2.
2. What's before that 2?
Flat.
Flat 2. So you might hear it called a minor 2nd, an interval, or a flat 2nd interval. Now, there's two different types of seconds. What kinds are there?
Major and minor.
There's a minor 2nd and a major 2nd. That's it. Okay, so I want you to go to a C. I want everybody to play a minor second. Start on C. Now I want everyone to play a major second. Now what I want you to do is I want you to play a major second, but I want you to play the root on the E string. I want you to play the second on the A string. So think about that for a second, Andrew. So I want you to play the root on the second string, but instead of playing the second on the E string, I want you to play the second on the A string. And play them together. Now play a minor second with the root on the E string and the minor second on the A string. Is that dissonant or constant?
Super dissonant.
Reminds me of a joke. What do you call two bass players playing in unison?
What's unison?
At the same thing. At the same time.
What do you call two bass players playing in unison? You
I've
call
heard
them?
this one before.
You call them a minor second. Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay, now play a major second with the root on the E string and the major second on the A string. Now listen to that closely. Let's all just pluck those two strings together. 1, 2, ready, go. Now is that constant or is it dissonant? Yeah, do you want to write a song that starts off like that?
No.
That doesn't sound very good. Okay, the next interval, play a C. We're going to add 3 half steps. So C and a D sharp. Okay, what's that interval? You can look at your chart if you like.
I say minor third.
Minor third. Does everybody see how we're getting minor third? Kyle, does it make sense? Brandon? Andrew, you see how we're getting a minor third? C and play a minor third. Now, try this now. I want you to play a minor third on 2 strings. How's that sound?
Consonant.
Yeah. Is that dissonant or consonant?
Consonant.
Alright, so everyone, I want you to play a C minor third. Now I want you to play a C major second. You got it? And then I want you to play a C minor second. Okay, we're gonna keep going. So we got minor second, which is Jaws. We got a major second, which is C and D. We got a minor second, which is C and D flat. I mean D sharp, excuse me, or E flat. Okay, what's a major second? Who can play a major third? I want you to try to figure out, using that diagram, try to figure out what a major third looks like. Good. Now play a major second. Now play a minor second. Alright, so help me out. Give me a chromatic scale. Just, we're going to go around the room. What's after C?
C sharp.
C sharp. Kyle, what's another name for C sharp?
D flat.
D flat. Brandon? What's after D flat?
D.
D? Andrew?
D sharp or E flat.
Thank you. E? Ellis? Kyle?
F sharp.
Another name?
Or G flat.
G flat. Brandon?
G.
G? Andrew?
G sharp or A flat.
Thank you. Tommy? A? Ellis?
A sharp or B flat?
Kyle?
B or C?
Just B. Okay. Brandon?
C.
C. So I want you to notice a couple of things. These right here. I picture piano.
Okay.
Those are those
I don't
black
play piano.
keys.
Those are the black keys. And then E and F are the two white keys. Does that help? So it's supposed to look like a piano. Now, let's go over these intervals too. Okay, I'm gonna start, you're just gonna use your knowledge of what's on here. So if you're look at the C, you have a root. The distance between a root and a half step is a minor second or a flat second. Got a major second, minor third, major third. The fourth is called a perfect fourth. Between a perfect fourth and a perfect fifth is a flat fifth. It can also be called a raised fourth. I like to call it tritone because it's the devil's chord. In the old days, they would chop your finger off for playing this chord. It's the demonic chord. There's a tritone. So from C to F sharp. And I got perfect fifth. Are y'all following me? Minor 6, major 6, flat 7, major 7, and then the octave is the root. So, Kyle, start this one off for me since you're right there. What's the distance between C and D flat? So what's the interval there? So two notes that are right next to each other, what kind of interval is that? So start with the root. So you see where the C is on the...
Flat 2.
Yeah, that's a flat 2 or a minor 2. You'll see it both ways. Brandon, from C to D is a...
Whole step?
That's a whole step, and what's that interval called?
Major second.
That's a major second. So you might see a capital M or a triangle. Andrew, from C to E flat?
Flat third.
That's a flat third or a minor third. Tommy, from C to E?
Major third.
That's a major third. Ellis, from C to F?
It's a perfect fourth.
That's a perfect fourth. And Kyle, from C to F sharp or G flat?
Flat 5.
Flat 5. You might want to note tritone. So we'll use the term tritone to describe that interval. And then from C to G, Brandon?
Perfect fit.
Perfect fifth. From C to A flat, Andrew?
A major.
No.
Like what was this? Triangle name?
Triangle's a major. But we're going from C to A flat.
It's happier.
So where's A flat? You're close. It is a 6, but it's just not a major 6.
Minor step.
This is minor 6. A?
Major 6.
Major 6. B flat?
This
Ellis?
is minor 7.
Minor 7th or flat 7th. From C to B?
Major 7.
Major 7. From C to C, we can also call that an octave. Or
P8.
Or P8, a perfect octave. Right? And then there's 9ths, and there's 10ths, and there's 11ths and 12ths. So when we say a 7th chord, I'm talking about a C with either a B flat or a B in the chord. So when we say suspended 4, like a C suspended 4, we're talking about a C with an F added to that chord. So when you start putting chords together, you start looking at 7ths and 9ths. If I play a C9, what note do you think is in that? A C in what note? Because it goes in order. It's really just like 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8. So what's after C?
A D or a C sharp. So
Yeah.
flat.
So there's a flat 9 and a major 9. D sharp would be a flat 9 and a major 9. We wait? Y'all getting this? Okay, so talk about intervals for a second. Kyle, explain what an interval is. How would you explain it if you're going to teach my 515 class? And they're kids. How would you explain what an interval is?
It's the distance between the notes.
It's just the distance between two notes. Brandon, give me an example of a type of interval.
Perfect fit.
Perfect fifth. Andrew, give me another. Play me an interval. There you go. What was that? Do you know what that?
Tritone.
That's a tritone. All right. Any questions about that? Okay. Your homework this week. Read intervals. I want you to play intervals. Start to recognize intervals. You want to start thinking, when I play this chord, that's a major second. When I play that chord, that's a perfect fifth. When I play that, that's a perfect fourth. Start thinking about these. If you want to test yourself, I gave you a blank fretboard diagram. You can do two things on this. You can put your guitar away, and you can just write down the notes on there just to test yourself. If you're a read-write learner, does anyone in here learn by writing things down? If that's your style, just try it. Writing it down, that might help you reinforce the knowledge. So reading, writing. You can also write your intervals down, starting with the C.